Breakfast with Cobb Colvin.
Trickstar Radio.
Right then, we are live inside the building. It's just gone 8:30 here on Trickstar Radio. I'm joined by Prince Kong this morning. How are you doing, sir?
I'm good, man, I'm good.
Fabulous stuff, good to hear. So that track there, Don't Explain, by yourself. Do you want to give us a little bit of a rundown of that one?
Okay, so that track, it's not really about anyone in particular. It's just about being on, like, both the two verses are like the of either side of the coin of being in a jealous relationship, either being the jealous party or the party that's
or the innocent, or the
innocent, or the suspected party, if you like. And it was an old track I wrote a long time ago, about 7 years ago. And it kind of just sat in a Dropbox file and never really did anything with it. And then I heard it while I was writing the album, and
it seemed like it does seem like it fits perfectly for the setup of Prehab.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, so I thought, so I re-recorded it, and then I got a girl called Ella May to sing on it, and it's I just feel like if you've ever been involved in a jealous relationship on one side or the other, you can kind of relate to bits and pieces of it,
Definitely. Again, similar. Seems to be a similar theme to the whole of the Prehab album. This kind of like a theme of relatability to an extent, which is good to see, because obviously it's a very unique experience. It's a very personal experience, like the project.
Sure.
But it still has this kind of like outreach of relatability, which is a really good thing for an album to have, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I think if I can put out some of my experiences and people can find something in that relates to them, and it can help them in some way understand that their own situation, their own issues with that situation, then it's done its job.
100%. Right, and let's talk. Because obviously, as I was saying, you are a UK hip hop veteran in regards to Brighton, especially, and you've had the opportunity to play some of the biggest stages in the UK, and namely the biggest stage in the UK.
Yeah.
Obviously, that being Glastonbury a couple of years ago. Now, obviously, I remember seeing the footage drop on Facebook. I remember like everyone sharing it, like, "Oh my god, this is happening! This is amazing!" Sort of stuff. Like, how was that for an experience?
Surreal.
Yeah.
Surreal. It was a strange experience. We got picked up in the morning at must have been 7 in the morning, driven up to Glasgow in like a tinted windowed people carrier, taken through, like
proper rock star treatment.
Got taken through, handed our artist passes, signed by is it Avis, the guy who runs
I think so, yeah.
It's signed by, it was just a surreal experience seeing the names written on there, and my name, and then there was a lot of hanging around, and a lot of sort of we were being told.
What goes through your head before something like that?
I don't know. It's just surreal. It's exciting, it's exciting, it's terrifying, but it's just, I can't beat it. It'll go down alongside the birth of my daughter as one of the defining best moments of my life, one of the most amazing experiences.
I mean, if for anyone, I think it would to play that Glastonbury stage. So how did it come together?
Obviously, I'm in a crew run committee with, among others, chap people might know called Rag&Boneman.
Yeah.
And he's done incredibly well over the last few years. And he just came. He thought he'd bring, he wanted to bring his boys through and help let them experience some of what he was experiencing.
And I think that alone is an amazing thing to do.
Oh, brilliant.
The thing I've always had in my head when I've seen this clip is that the amount of people that must have been like, I don't know if you should bring your hometown crew out, you know what I mean? The amount of not necessarily but kind of industry heads that might have been like, it's probably not a good idea.
I would imagine that he had one or two differing opinions to his own, but that's the kind of guy he is. He wants to help and support his friends. We're like brothers, we don't see each other as much as we used to. Obviously, we're all a bit more grown up. We've got kids and jobs and life, but he wanted to do that for his friends, and that's the kind of guy he is.
It's an amazing story as well, and it is one of those things that will go down as more than anything, I think, just a Brighton moment. That was very much a Brighton moment. I remember seeing on socials at the time the amount of people going, this is what the city offers. You know what I mean? I remember being proud of Brighton at that point.
Yeah,
in time,
me
you know
too.
what I mean?
Me too. Big time.
So obviously you've been performing for like an extended period of time. Like, do you have any kind of stories from the road, like stories from being on the road, or?
Jeez, I've been trying to think. You know, there's not a lot I can actually tell on a breakfast show. I mean, in the early days, we were everywhere.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, we were. There was me, Gizmo, and Seaslin were all battling.
Yeah.
So we were up and down the country with Don't Flop, and then we had obviously Rum Committee shows, sort of like sandwiching the battles, and it was like, I mean. I'm trying to think, man. Maybe come back to me on the list.
Go.
It's difficult because I think of something and I'm like, actually, I can't say that.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I mean, there was a period, there was a summer where we were like, I think we did 7 festivals inside 6 weeks.
So just non-stop.
And that's where the video came from. Up the Party. Actually, if you watch it, we've got a track called Up the Party, and that the video to that. If you watch the video, which is on YouTube, it will that's like when we did. I think we did 7 festivals inside 6 weeks, and it was just like non-stop.
Just non-stop.
And I mean, it was just fun, man. It was a group of 10 blokes. Like just free and like no responsibilities, and you know there's a lot I could tell you off air, but
we're gonna leave it in the ether. That lot of stuff like went down. So we're gonna jump into a track next. Obviously we've been speaking about Rag&Boneman. He actually features on this next one. Goes by the name The Don, this tune, and it has a couple of very distinguished guests on there.
It's so it's myself featuring Seaslin, Rag&Boneman, and Ocean Wisdom, and it's on a scissors instrumental.
Okay, cool.
Quite.
So a very kind of like inclusive affair, if you know what I mean. There's like a lot of people involved in this one.
Yeah. It's you know, it's kind of I call it my sleazy track. You know, it's the kind of the sleazy club track, and it's obviously. I mean, I've been sort of around. I was around. Seaslin and Rags because we're in the same crew for a long time. Ocean, I had a lot to do with sort of like his early years, and I introduced him to Dyke when he made that first album, and he's he's a good friend of mine.
Yeah, good.
It's good to get all those guys on the track with me.
Awesome stuff. Right, we're going to jump into this one next. It's just gone 37 minutes past 8 here on Trickstar Radio. This one entitled The Don. We are live inside with man like Prince Kong here. Do not go anywhere.
Waking up Brighton.
Breakfast with KXVU.